Hello and welcome to a bunch of unelected bureaucrats with a Brexit special.
So basically the Conservatives, well, David Cameron stepped down, so now there's a Conservative leadership election. And it was widely presumed, not too many days ago, that Boris Johnson was going to get it.
Yeah.
Because he's only got a stand and the membership would back him sort of overwhelmingly.
You see him getting booed.
I did actually on the morning, and I thought that was strange, you know.
But that's in London.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you have to remember. The thing is that what I've observed about it, well, Boris is incredibly London-centric. Probably doesn't leave London unless it's to go to another country most of the time.
Yeah.
So that may have coloured his perception of what was going on. And like I said, the pound actually rose when Boris quit. Actually.
That's interesting.
And that's really interesting. Because he's unpredictable. No one knows what he's going to do because he's doing it for himself. He's not doing it for any sensible reason, you know.
The criticism of Boris has been in the past that he's not a details guy, yeah? So he's Mayor of London, but what effectively he does, he subcontracts all the actual work to people who are quite competent.
Yeah.
Theoretically, which gives him time to write his Telegraph column and do whatever else he wants to do, and just generally go around and be waffly. And
give it to G4S. What could go wrong?
Yeah, and I think it's kind of borne out actually. The actual to go from that kind of favourite to not even in the race in a matter of days shows an alarming amount of incompetence.
Yeah, there's a chancer. Yeah, it really does. They've all been laid bare as, you know, our worst impressions of them were true. That's the awful thing, isn't it? And Gove as well. You know, I mean, what an idiot. But I think there's two potential things here. One is what everyone thinks. Boris is a scumbag. Okay, possibly the biggest in history. Yeah, and he backed out because he didn't want to clean up his mess. So he's left it because Gove said he used that as an excuse not to want to clean up his mess. It's not like he couldn't beat Gove. Come on. He was the favourite, you know. However, my theory, Boris is a complete scumbag, okay, but he didn't even want Brexit. I don't think he even wanted Brexit. He assumed Remain would win because he lives in London. But he would have sway with the backbenchers for the leadership. That's the thing. And that cat in the headlights look pale. And I've never heard him so sober in the way there was no he was and I wonder if actually they're crapping themselves. The senior Tories, the cabinet, whatever, I thought, oh crap, what have we done? We've got to, it's all about steadying the ship. Well, to steady the ship, it's Theresa May. You know, arch, evil, Remainer, authoritarian, anti-human rights Theresa May is reliable and sensible and everyone knows what she's going to do, and that's going to be the safest bet for the economy, not for people, but for the economy. And I wonder if that's what it is. I think it's going to be Theresa May.
I think Andrew Ledson's in with a shout actually.
Which one's that? Is that the homophobic one? The one that says gays can be cured?
No, that's that's Crab. That's the
him.
Guy.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Andrew Leadsom actually sounded quite reasonable. She was a Brexiteer, pro-Brexit, but she actually sounded quite reasonable in the run-up to the.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, in the run-up to the referendum. So we could end up, you know, with two women on the ticket for the Tory leadership. But actually,
it's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing, and they don't, you know, the point was made by Andrew Neil on this week that none of the contenders went to Eton.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, most of them went to a comprehensive school, and theoretically they're all in the mould of the One Nation Tory.
Yeah.
Which might be true. Which would, you know,
that's
which is a useful realignment of politics.
That's what gets the centrist vote.
Yeah. So I mean that's quite useful. I think Theresa May would win amongst the MPs. So for her to win, it needs to be an uncontested sort of leadership thing.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's going to happen. They need to whittle it down to two, and when it goes out to the broader Conservative Party, don't forget, Conservative Party members are overwhelmingly Eurosceptic.
Yes.
And Andrea Leadsom could do very well out of that, especially seeing as she's quite steady. She's not like Michael Gove, who is a real Marmite figure.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure that's true, because does anyone really
Prime Minister Gove.
Michael Gove?
Say it in your head. Prime Minister Gove. No.
I'm not sure anybody really likes Michael Gove.
I don't think even his wife likes him. Really.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah.
I didn't even read what she wrote. Apparently it was terribly controversial.
What was Gove thinking as well? That it was like a year ago he said, I'm not Prime Minister material, I'm not good enough to do that. Oh, well, I'll have to. All these other people who are lining up to do it as well, but there's no one else, so I'll have to. What an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be, in these circumstances, I feel we've got to be charitable. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
blind optimism.
Sorry.
The facts have changed. Yeah, the status quo last year was a lot different to it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There has been a demonstration throughout the country that people want change.
Yeah.
So the kind of person that would be putting themselves forward as Prime Minister last year are going to be different to the kind of people that put themselves forward as Prime Minister this year.
Yes.
On that basis, I think Michael Gove can legitimately say, well, actually, seeing as the facts have changed,
maybe I'm with a chance.
maybe I'm with a chance, maybe I'm the right guy. Because don't forget, these have all got to be done in terms of who is the right person, because
Yeah.
on day one, they're Prime Minister.
Yeah. I mean, no George Osborne. That's the shift, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was one of them. He would definitely have been one of the contenders before. That's
After the general election, he was the favourite. It was assumed he is going to be the next Prime Minister.
Yeah.
In what 1 year? 1 year? Yeah, just over a year.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
That's no bad thing.
The submarine chancellor,
Yeah.
supreme tactician.
Who you don't see, and etc.
Yeah.
Gets booed at the Olympics. It's interesting what you say. I mean, it did cross my mind. It did cross my mind. Do you remember with the Labour leadership election, and there was this talk of actually Tories signing up for the Labour Party to vote for Corbyn, and they're trying to, and that backfired a bit. I don't think, I think the impression was that didn't really happen in much, because it's obvious there's all these Corbyn supporters. But it did cross my mind that, should we sign up for the Tory party and vote for Nicky Morgan? But we're not talking about the leader of the Tory party. We're talking about the Prime Minister. It's just too dangerous. Don't do it. It's got to be about stability and hoping for the best. And we want the Tory party to do okay at the moment, because it's dangerous for the country at the moment, isn't it? It's all about balance and stability.
I mean, I'd be quite open. I mean, Ken Clarke is stepping down after this referendum, which is
Really sad.
quite sad actually. I've got a lot of time for Ken Clarke.
I always said if he was leader instead of Michael Howard in 2002, 2003, whatever it was, the 05 election would have been different. They might not have won, but it would have been close.
Yeah.
And it wasn't close with Michael Howard.
No. I mean, I would think there's an argument for asking Ken Clarke to step in. He's got good economic credibility.
Yeah, I think he's too old now.
He's a unified. He's a little bit
70s.
old.
Yeah.
But I mean, theoretically, it could be a short-term appointment. These are challenging times.
It would be a bit.
You've got to think a little bit outside the box.
Although it would be a bit difficult because whereas Theresa May was pro-Remain, she's sensible and all that stuff and reliable, and maybe that would be a good way of balancing things out with. But someone who's the arch Euro guy in the Tory party, famously, might be a bit dodgy to put him as Prime Minister.
No, that's a good point.
People wouldn't like that, which was always the problem. That's why he wasn't leader. Really, if it wasn't for that, he would have definitely been leader, I think.
Yeah. What do you think of? Did you see Michael Heseltine sticking the knife into Boris?
Yeah, and well, really, all the senior guys are all saying, "You bunch of babies, behaving like that." Yeah, well, Ken Clarke as well was slagging off Michael Gove. Yeah,
student politics.
Yeah, and he's right. It's just gone like the diet version of the last lot, and then the diet version of the last lot. There's no new. We'll do this now. So yes, there's been lots of news, so we don't need any next week. It's okay.
Right.
Thanks. See you next time.